Hi everyone, this is Andorf. Welcome back. Today I just briefly wanted to talk to you about the decisions and the progress that I've made on the first-person shooter project in the last few months. Um, let's say the biggest change or the biggest decision that I've made is to transform this project, or head in a very specific direction, which is actually making a build, a fully playable level, uh, completely inspired by the original Killzone game. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Killzone franchise is, I'll leave a link down in the description. But you should basically just know that it's a first-person shooter which was developed, and it was released in the early 2000s by Guerrilla Games, which was owned by Sony, and essentially, um, yeah, it went on doing many sequels and spin-offs, and it's my favorite game franchise of all time, basically. So the reason why I decided to rebuild, or actually make a demo which is highly inspired by Killzone 1, is basically due to the reason that lately, uh, there basically the Killzone series, or the Killzone franchise, entered a hibernation phase, and nobody really knows if there will be a next Killzone in the franchise ever. So a lot of people are including me, want to go back playing the original Killzone. We want to go back online, but many servers are closed, apart from the ones of Killzone Shadowfall, and I'm not sure, maybe even Mercenary. I don't know. I think they're closed, probably the Mercenary ones. Anyway, that's the whole idea. Recreating a Killzone for the fans, um, in the hope that Killzone, the actual franchise, is not dead, But in the meantime, while it is dead, while it is hibernated, while we don't know what's happening with it, I want to bring out, a fully playable demo. Um, Now, for for those of you that were following the channel before, I will still continue making devlogs. I just want to make them when I have more content to show, so they will be less frequent. I want to show you more, more complete content. So um, when I make very big steps forward, then I'll probably put up a video. Right now, with this, I don't think I made enough steps forward to put an actual, complete devlog. But basically what I did is I rewrote the complete character controller, and I'm still working on that, the first-person character controller from the previous devlog. It's much better. It's much more responsive. Now it's not animation dependent, but it's driven by code. So it's much more responsive. You don't have any input lag. You don't have any. The feedback is proper. It's good. Unlike the original Killzone, which I think it was highly animation driven, very laggy in terms of responsiveness. Um, but that was an old game anyway. Having said this, yeah, don't expect very frequent updates. If you want to see more frequent updates, just go subscribe to my Instagram page. That's where I put more day-to-day or week-to-week updates. While on YouTube, I think uh, especially regarding the first-person shooter project, it will be more on a monthly basis. Um, and Yeah, right now I'm basically doing the whole project myself. The models, the texturing, the code, the implementation inside the Unity engine. Um, but what I want to say is that if there is any other person watching this video who's a huge fan and has skills in terms of, if he or she has modeling skills, or texturing skills, or animating or animation skills, that's also a big one, or even coding skills, I'm happy to to collaborate with them. I'm really happy to collaborate with them, share the project and go on together. I don't mind, I really don't mind. Actually, it's even better. So if any of you out there, want to collaborate, just give me a shout. Leave a comment, send me an email, whatever you prefer, and we'll chat about this. Um, Having said this, so what you can see here in the background is the Helghast model. I've modeled it fully in Blender. And the way I modeled it is initially I actually split it in several different parts. So, for example, the lower leg, it was a single part. The feet were a single part. The upper legs were a single part. The body was a single part. The hands were a single part, or the gloves. And everything was separated. And once I finished it, I merged everything with a Control J. Um, and well, yeah, basically uh, that allowed me to keep the model roughly around 11K tris. So it's not a extremely light model, but it's not even a heavy, a heavy model in terms of polygons. uh, there are still a lot of details missing, so what I want to do is add them using add them through sculpting and then normal map baking. um, and having said this, well, yeah, I don't want to tell you what my next models will be, just for the sake of it, because I think it's cooler. It's cooler if I don't tell you what I do and then I show it to you. But anyway, just expect, that there will be. I will have to make, of course, the other soldiers and weapons. So that's, of course, that's something that will have to be made. Um, in terms of animating, I am using, especially for human characters, I'm still using Mixamo. It's pretty straightforward. It has a great skinning algorithm. And if you don't really like it, which in many cases I don't. So, for example, when I rigged this model, I had big issues with the mask, so I had to go back into Blender and do and basically I had to do a lot of weight painting, so that the actual deformation of the mesh when the character is moving, it's much more realistic and it's much cooler. So yeah, even if the rigging system is very cool, in this case we have a complex character because we have tubes coming out of his mouth, and we have ammo bags hanging on his chest. So the deformation has to be kind of customized a bit after the Mixamo rigging process. So, guys, I hope you like this small, short video, and I'll keep you updated with posts both on the Instagram page and also on YouTube. So, talk to you next time. Bye bye.